So he agreed to do an interview with the Footy Show, and Erin Molan was the young lady who went and did the job for us. Here it is.
Benji, thank you for your time. Obviously a difficult time for you. The Tigers, you are leaving the club. Did you ask for a release?
Yeah, well, what happened was, I went to Dubai last week, and I went away with my wife to Bali just to get some time away and freshen up for the rest of the season. And I come back Sunday night and didn't get a chance to meet with my manager till Monday. And when I did finally meet with him, it was probably 4 p.m. and he told me that we had till 7 p.m. to make, or a deadline of 7 p.m. to make the decision whether I wanted to stay or go and accept the offer they gave me or to walk away. And I didn't accept the offer and chose what I thought was the best decision for me and my family, and that was obviously to leave.
What was it about that contract that you couldn't accept? Not enough money?
Well, yeah, it's been reported that, but I'm sure people would understand that if it was about money, I could have left maybe 5-6 years ago. I was offered big dollars by other clubs back then to leave, and I decided to stay. I mean, I've taken, probably in the last 6 years, I've taken 4 pay cuts over years to keep the club under the cap to try and help us. So if it was about money, I definitely wouldn't be here anyway. Money's not the driving factor for me, and you know what? I actually thought I was going to be here for the next 5 years, to be honest. When the management got changed around, and they told me that agreement wouldn't be honoured, that they didn't know anything about it. So, just from a treatment point of view, I didn't really think that was fair. And at the end of the day, 3 years was good, but I was expecting to be there for 5. So, a lot of things got changed in the middle of everything, and and I got sort of forced into a decision within 3 hours, which is a pretty hard thing to do. I didn't really want to leave the club, but in the end I sort of felt like I had no choice.
Do you feel like they haven't shown you the respect that you've probably earned in your time there and that you deserve?
I think I've been as loyal as anybody could be, and I stated on TV on purpose publicly to say that I wouldn't play against the club, so that I understand that loyalty and understand that I wanted to be there. And and I stand by that. I definitely won't be playing for any other NRL team, and that's still the plan. And it's a hard thing to accept, but at the end of the day, I've made a decision, and the club's agreed on it, and they're happy with it. So we're going to part our ways at the end of the season, but I have to get over that. I'm still not over it. I mean, I still have to get over that and move on, and so does everyone else. And I mean, I still believe we can make the semis, and I'm going to do the best I can for the next 8 weeks to make sure we get there.
This is really tough for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, no one likes to go through it. It's just something I've been a part of for a long time, and the reality is I haven't ever had change. Which is, it's exciting for me, change, but I'm nervous as well. I mean, I've made a decision without having a contract to go to. I mean, I don't have another club to play for. I don't have a deal with anyone else, so that's pretty scary. And I'm probably going to earn less money by going to rugby union. And if that doesn't define the sort of person I am, or define that this decision wasn't about money, well, I don't know what will.
What hurts the most about all of this?
Just expecting that I was going to be there till the end of 2017, and then having that turned around to now having to make the decision to leave. That's probably the hardest part. And I celebrated with my teammates over a beer that I was under the understanding that I was there for 5 years. So to have to announce that to them and then re-announce that I wasn't going to be there, that was definitely the hardest.
How tough was it telling Robbie Farah, telling your close mates and your brothers?
Robbie was the first person I called, actually. And I didn't want to call him because of Origin, and I knew the effect that it might have on him. And he asked me, actually, and I said, look, I'll talk to you about it when on Thursday when you're finished. And he said, nah, I want to hear it, I want to know. So, I told him everything that had happened, and went through it step by step, what had gone on, and he was devastated. He was pretty angry. We started together, and we thought we were going to finish together. We both thought we signed the same deal for the same amount of time, and that's not going to happen. There have
been comparisons made between you and Sonny Bill Williams, who walked out from the Bulldogs, went to rugby union. Is there any similarity in this situation?
Yeah, I think that's a bit over the top. I mean, I'm not walking out on anything. That's not me. You know, I'm about integrity, I'm about loyalty, and that's what I've shown the club. And you know, and sometimes that hasn't been reciprocated, and that's part of the other reason why you leave. Is, you know, you want that reciprocation, and also what you think is best for you, and that's what I thought was best for me.
The NRL, what communication have you had with them? Have they contacted you?
Yeah, they have. I mean, I got the first call off Jim Doyle on Tuesday night, and then followed by a phone call from Dave Smith, and you know, he sort of rang me and said, look, we want to try and do everything to keep you in the game, but that phone call was 24 hours too late. The decision had already been made, and the statement had already been released. So, I mean, I know there was headlines about me brushing their phone calls, but at the end of the day, when you call 24 hours too late, that's not my fault. I mean, you know, and he asked me if there's any chance I could play at any other NRL club, and I told him the truth, and that was no. And I think he was resigned to the fact that I won't be playing in NRL next year.
Looking ahead for you now, your future, what is next? Will you go and play rugby union?
Yeah, I think, that's probably my only option. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have a deal with anyone, so
you definitely have no agreement with any other rugby union club, any club?
No one. And it was a hard decision because I knew I didn't have a deal with anyone, and I had to make that decision without having a deal done, which is I don't have any financial security within this at all, and you know, that's pretty scary. You know, like I said, I'm going to have to take less money to go and play rugby union, but I'm willing to do that and get a fresh start and prove to everyone that I can do that as well.
When will you make a decision on where you go next?
I honestly don't know. You know, I'm pretty confused at the moment. I'm probably going to have meetings with people and have to sit down with clubs and negotiate deals or whatnot, but where I start and when I start, I don't know.
Benj, it's your last game for the West Tigers. You're running back into the shed wearing the orange. What goes through your mind?
Well, look, I haven't really thought about it, but yeah, it'll be pretty emotional, I'd say. You know, because it's been 11 years for me now there, and by then, hopefully, if I play every game, it'll be 201 games by the end of the year, so maybe 205 grand final. But yeah, look, it's going to be hard, definitely, no doubt about it. I just hope, for the next 8 weeks, our fans have the respect and accept my decision and are cheering me and not booing me, because it was definitely hard for me, and and I always appreciate their support. So I just hope it goes that way.